Hello, hello, what up? Someone say something on Zoom. I wanted to see where your volume's at. Tova?
Testing, testing.
Okay, one more time.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. Alright, one last time.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Testing, testing.
Thank you, sir. That's perfect. Beautiful. What do we got going on for news tonight? I have not done analysis yet, so I will let you know what I'm looking for. What up, Sebastian? What up, Taha? Yeah, GJ was really nice this morning. Yep, yeah, I went 1-1 this morning. It was small loss, big win, just like we like it. I'll do some analysis here in a few minutes. I haven't even really looked at it yet. I'm guessing probably bearish, but we'll see. Yep, bearish it is. This would be a nice bearish candle to come down though too. Let's find a target. So, first thing, this is the first time I've even looked at the chart. So 4 hour mark here, we'll say sells below here. So we know where we're looking on a smaller time frame. And then I want to find, ooh, yeah, I don't know if, okay, so. So we could see a fill down to there, but we have to get below this mess here. So we're going to mark 4 hour support. So when we drop down smaller time frame, you know what we're looking at, and then I like to use a little box kind of for my target. So we'll say we're going to put the box right on the last wick. Actually, we're going to move the line to the last wick. We'll put the box on the body, so we know anything in this box is the area. If we get below here, we know we'll fall down to here. So we got some target mapped out. Let's check out the hourly. I think we got an hourly support there, so we'll just see what's to the left of that. It's like just a wick. Drop down into there. Okay. Nope, I did not have a Diet Coke. Just always sniffly. So 30 minutes, let's see what that looks like. Okay, so we're kind of lining up there, get below there. This is probably where we'll fall to. So that looks good. So I think that target makes sense. Daily though looks really nice to just keep coming down. We got nice clean candles up. I'm thinking we should see a daily issue here. But we could also go up to do a little retest, wick up into this area, and then drive down. And if we do that, we'll be breaking above that 4 hour and catch a little bit of buy. I think targets look good though. So we're gonna move this. $30-minute. Resistance there. And then we got some support right here. So I'm actually gonna delete this because that's just redundant. I think we close below there. Start to fall down. Just wait for that hourly to do its thing. Yep, this is GJ. Yep, I have a gaming keyboard and a gaming mouse. The keyboard is a lot louder than a normal keyboard, I feel like. Yep, GJ Iron Man is what I'm looking at. I feel like I forgot to do something. Thanks, Max. Appreciate it. So then the cool thing, if we get above here where our bias changes, or where my bias changes, I should say, we got nice clean traffic. So nice move regardless, either way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Is that Dave?
No, it's Sahel.
Oh, whatever.
What's up?
You guys both have deep voices, so
I know.
typically Dave is just like, hey. So that's normally, and then you just did one word and it was deep, so I was like, oh, that's probably Dave.
Yeah, that happened last time.
I feel like I forgot to do something. I don't know what though.
You check the daily.
No, like just something like technical for the stream.
Oh,
So I sent it to the Telegram, Discord, Rakil's group, I think. Yep. Posted on Instagram. I think. Maybe I did do everything. I don't know. I'm thinking if this one closes or makes a new low, of jumping in.
yeah. If it breaks that previous 30-minute candle, I think it would be a good entry.
Yeah, because then we're right at the top at resistance.
Exactly. Get a good stop loss in too.
Yeah, that's my favorite part is that stop loss.
Oh yeah.
Alright, what am I on right now? I'm on the 30. Okay, it's the 15. We broke that 15. Does this look the same here? Yeah, so it just broke that 15. But I think that 30-minute, because this could be respecting support, but if it is actually a resistance and not a support, then we'll get a new low. If it's a support, we should respect this low and head up. Is kind of my idea. I think I'll take a first entry, probably here, put the stop loss here. Let me measure it before I speak, actually. Oh yeah, 8 pips. I like that.
Hell yeah. That's exactly how I have my trade set up right now. If it does it, I'm gonna trigger it.
Yeah, it's a little earlier than normal, but if we form this resistance, I think the move will be to the downside.
Yeah, I was watching it when see that previous long wick bullish candle to the left right there, that wick down.
Yep.
I was watching it. It was like around 5 o'clock my time, so like 4 for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it fit criteria so perfectly, and I was just like messing around. I didn't take the trade or anything, but I just kind of wanted to see. And the way it just swung down and like filled that previous long wick over there, it was like a perfect trade, and then swung back up. But I felt like it was way too early. I don't know. Have you ever like really traded like way earlier than like Asian market open?
No, because the spread's always super high.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to avoid that.
True.
Yeah, because the spreads normally don't calm down for another 22 minutes.
Yeah, until Asian market.
Yeah, because then like the hour before, the spreads are typically pretty calm.
Yeah.
So then the hour before open is 22 minutes, and then it should calm down. But yeah, if we break that low, I think I'm gonna get 1% in, and
just get it going.
yeah, if it runs all the way down, then I won't add anything. If it runs down, gives a setup, then I'll add a little more, and it'll be like risk free. Because yeah, then resistance will be established with a target, kind of like a wick to fill, ideally, and then maybe some more move to the downside.
Like it.
My stop loss will be above this candle here, above the previous. But you should really place your stop loss where you want it. You shouldn't be here just copying trades. It's not going to be good for you.
Especially if you don't manage it properly either.
Because what if after the trade loses, I'm like, haha, just kidding. I didn't take it. Like,
that'd be so evil.
Yeah, that would be so mean. Like, I actually took buys. Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what up? I'd like to put it on this current candle, but I think giving it room to breathe is going to be better since it's kind of early. Yep, yeah, you can send charts. Go ahead.
Just broke the previous 30-minute.
Yep. I'm in.
Yeah.
Then we got target down there, so we'll see what happens.
What's up?
Yeah, my spread's not bad right now either, so.
You're in the DJSL too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm in it with you.
Let's get it. Why is my magic keys making noise? It's not supposed to make noise. That's not supposed to make noise. See if it does it now. Oh, okay. I guess we're making noise today. So that's 30 pip TP. So that's set.
Yep.
Alright, 29.4. That's good enough. We'll set auto BE at 10. I risked 10, so I'm gonna go 12. So I get a little more than a 1-to-1 before I. Actually, I won this morning. I'm gonna keep it at 10. Can always re-enter. Actually, no. I put it at auto BE on the magic keys is at 12 pips for me.
I'm up 4 right now.
I am up 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this thing could be nice. We could be setting up down at the bottom.
Let's go. Write it down real quick. Getting out real quick. Under warfare.
Yeah, my spread is 1 right now, so I use the FTMO broker and then LMFX. Ooh, let's go, girl.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, these spreads on the FTMO are some of the best I've ever had, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at 0.9 on purple right now.
Nice.
AJ's in free fall right now as well.
Really?
So it could be all yen. I haven't checked EJ, but it could be all yen pairs.
I mean, if you look at the daily on GJ, I mean, we're in a really crappy 4-hour area, but just look at the daily. Like we have so much. I think we can get down to here, and we now have the daily came lower, which is good. But
Yeah, GJ just broke that 4-hour, not the
it
one
broke this
New York
one, too.
afternoon. The one
Wow,
before,
yeah.
that
Yep.
one.
Wow. The only issue that I'm not real fond of is this, but I think we should still
all
hit
those
here.
wicks, yeah.
I think this is where we should hit.
If you look, go a little bit. Let me see where I have that mark. Go. Where the wicks at?
Oh wow, there we go. 4 pips.
Shit, what am I looking for? Yeah, you got the same zone marked up. You can see how it was resistance like a couple hours before as well.
Yeah, right here.
No, go down on the zone you have marked up.
Oh,
Yeah, that exactly.
Yeah.
That was resistance, then it was support a couple times. So it's definitely gonna bounce from there, I think.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's gonna reverse, but it'll get sticky here a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens after it fills that wick.
We could just see a big move, and we could. I feel like if we get below here, we could have a chance of setting up down here for open. But I feel like that's a big move into open, and then to have another move after. I feel like I don't know.
So if you look at the daily chart,
Yeah.
March 20th, that wick, we're basically in that entire wick fill right now.
Yep, I 100% agree. That's where I think we're going. So this is like those 4-hour wicks. That wick is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Your spreads are on 10 pips. Does it say spread 10 pips or does it say spread 100 pips? If it says 100, then you have a 10 pip spread. If it says 10, that's a really good spread. That means you have a 1 pip spread. Ooh, did we just clear that wick? I think we almost did.
Yeah, I'm running at 7 pips right now.
I'm at 5. I got in literally right at the break exactly. What song is playing? Blood by Recent Rumors. It's all free copyright music, so I can't replay anything, save anything. I mean, there's only like 4 good songs on it, to be honest, but here we go. If you're sending charts, I'll pull them up after this. I don't pull up the charts when we're in a trade, just because I like to stay focused on my trade while it's in. So if it starts to do something I don't like, I want to be being attentive to it and manage the risk.
Yeah, I cleared that wick on mine T4.
See, mine is just a body. It's not a wick. Like this wick is just a body candle with no bottom wick coming up. And I have not got to the bottom yet. If you want to, Harley, yeah, if it fits your plan. What up, Mac? Yeah, this could be a nice runner. If we don't get the move in Asian, this could be a good runner down to that wick fill. I think. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I like it. Nothing better than watching it run while you play Warzone session.
Unless you're getting your butt kicked in Warzone, then it's...
Yeah, sure.
I feel like as the trade goes further in profit, you play better and better. And as it pulls back on you, you start to play worse and worse. I'm actually trading the FTMO account, and I'm going to be linking my account to it probably next week sometime. Because I just found out how to do that, so going to be trading both at the same time.
What's good, Mr. Widener?
What up, sir? That's probably just you. I think the sound is just fine. I think all the challenges they have are good. I think the company's good. They're doing something cool. And that's about it for now. I haven't linked it, so I don't know how difficult it actually is to do. But from what I'm told, it's pretty straightforward. Right, Dave? It's pretty straightforward to link the accounts?
Yeah, it's really easy.
Okay.
Really easy. It's just an exe file. You don't even have to like drag and drop folders or anything.
Sweet.
It takes a little bit to set up, so Like on my FTMO, I don't risk a full percent. Like on 100K, I don't risk 1,000 a trade as 1%. I'm risking 1% of the drawdown, which is 10K, which essentially blows the account if you lose 10K.
Yeah.
So I'm treating it like a 10K account. So you got to kind of play a little bit with that, but there's settings for that basically. Like you can have your main account risking full whatever you want, and then for every like 1% you risk on your full, you can set it to you want like a quarter of that on your sub account or however you want.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everything I've heard, Jason, has been good. So, but I'm the type of person I got to go find out for myself. Not really a good listener. I got to learn it on my own. So, but everything I have heard and read and seen, or everything has been pointing in a positive direction about the company. So, no complaints. I really hope we set up underneath here, if like minimum, for like Asian Open.
Yeah, I mean at this point, if this retraces back up, it could be one of these fake outs. So I'm watching it. Really want this this next 15 to respect the current 15.
I feel like it has less of a chance of being a fake out because it already tried it once.
Yeah. Only problem with that zone right there is that's the crossover period at 5 p.m. Eastern, where it just kind of spikes because it spreads. So you can't really.
True.
You can't trust it that much.
True. Yeah. If we break this wick, we should be okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, that was a pretty strong 15-minute close there. So
yeah,
it already broke the low.
We got a good entry. It's got to get a back up through a lot. So.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see. I don't think we've had an entry this early in Asian in a long time. And once the spreads drop in 8 minutes, we'll probably go up an extra pip or two. We're gonna break that low. Come on, 5 minute. What up, Lewis? How's it going, brother?
Hey, Paul.
Yo. Oh, there we
When I
go.
look at your YouTube page,
Perfect.
Um,
What up?
your today's video has a different thumbnail.
Really?
It's not like the regular. It's just like what is actually showing on the screen right now instead of the blue trading with Paul.
Oh. Maybe it didn't save when I did it. No, it should be good. You just have to refresh it, I think. Because it's updated. Yep, it's there. Just refresh it. That's all. All right, glad we got below there. It's a good sign. 1 second. I saw your question. I looked away from a second and didn't finish reading, so.
Watching in pips roll in.
Mm-hmm. No, I was looking at the YouTube because I have it playing on my laptop to the right just so I can see the viewer count. In case we hit like a new record, I can kind of journal it and save it and make a video in a year or two on just like all the progress or whatever. But it broke. Yep.
Yo.
Ooh, keep going, girl.
Jeez,
So good job.
in the trade.
What up, Wilson?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm about to secure 10.
Yep, that's 10 for me right there.
To the same.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, I missed this one, boys. That's my own fault. I came late today.
Alright, I just closed half. I'm gonna let the runner do its thing. Break even. Beautiful. Ooh. Yeah, if this thing falls another 10 pips, I'm gonna take it because then that'll mean I made 1.75%, risking 1%. Wow. I think that was a 5-minute candle that did it. Yeah, 2 of them. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Yep. So I'm up 300 on the day. Alright, so where was that question? That was Taha, right? Okay. Would you do lower risk trades with smaller lots and more trades? I would rather do less trades, bigger lots, personally. Ooh, GJ. This thing might go to that 30 pip TP. Wow.
Monster trade.
Let's go. Alright, I'm closing everything. Oh yeah, there's 2% actually. It went a little deeper. Woo.
Happy with that one.
Beautiful. That was a 3.5% day.
Right off the bat, boys.
Alright, Tiger. I gave you your entry. I gave you your stop loss. I gave you your target. You better have made some money right here. And
The whole thing.
here we go.
I'm
Beautiful.
salty. I missed this move, man.
It was early. It was very early.
I know. I'm usually here right on time. The one day I don't come, this happens. It's just my luck.
Yeah, I think this thing has more room down, but like I said, this is all extra profit from this morning, so I'm not giving it back.
I held the whole thing for 20. I was gonna close at 10, and it just kept dropping. It didn't pull back once.
Yeah, I mean, that 5-minute, I had a feeling once we broke this, we were going to get a nice move. And then this 5-minute created the new low, broke below here. We got the dump. 50% risk, wow. Glad we won that one. That would have sucked. All right, live stream's over. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. Just kidding.
Planning on scaling into that, but it just fucking dropped, man.
It's hard to get.
I've never seen it. Okay, that's a lie. That gave a move much better and earlier than normal, as of late.
Yeah.
So
The pound news tomorrow morning must be just terrible. Love how we had the same trade before we even got on the stream.
you got on. You're like, oh, you're in this too. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Just looks good.
It did. And what I've been noticing is, I mean, I haven't said much on the live stream as I've just been observing and gathering my own knowledge, is typically when the 4-hour looks good like that and it kind of sets up with a resistance, if you get in at the resistance, you typically will get a good move, and if you range, you can still get something from support. But if it continues, you got a really good entry. if the stop makes sense, I feel like the risk is worth it.
Yep.
So,
Sure,
if it
especially if the 4-hour bias is bearish as well.
exactly, it looks like it will be. I think we got more room down, but this could rip up. Beautiful. So I'm gonna put this here because that's where we TP'd, about 20 pips. Yep. I will not be re-entering this. I am up 3.35% today, so I'm good. But we're gonna watch it, and if there is another entry, I think you're gonna see it set up either here or somewhere up in here to then come down and tap this low if this doesn't continue. That is.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the retracement to where we test the support we broke out of.
Yeah, I think with this hourly candle, you're going to see a little bit of a wick up and then the drive down. Yeah.
The thing about GJ this week, though, it hasn't been retracing all the way to previous support. It's really just like found its own new resistance somewhere along the way, at least from what I've been watching. At this point, I mean, in my opinion, any 30 minute resistance that forms, I mean, with this 4-hour momentum, just, you know, I would try to get in there.
As usual, journal the trade, win or loss. This thing could have momentum and just keep pushing. Could be one of those sessions. A few more trades in. If you want to, Tiger, go ahead. My plan has been met, so I'm good. But if we see an opportunity, I will call it out. But probably will not be looking to enter again because that was such an easy trade, no drawdown. We literally entered straight into profit, straight to TP, super quick. So there's no reason to put any mental stress or even any risk into the market again when you get a trade like that. Yep, I'll be pulling up charts. Give me 3 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what she's laughing at. She's in the kitchen probably looking at TikToks or something. You don't have to go tell her to shush. Alright, so like I said, if you showed up on time, this candle, is it respecting support or is it forming resistance here? The tell was whether this wick got respected. As you can see, we got a low, lower high, lower high. If this is support, this low right here, if that thing's popping up with that bearish wick, that the cursor right here, if this is not respected, this is resistance and we're coming down. If it is respected, it's support and we should head up. It wasn't respected, price came down. Simple as that. Excuse me. You want to get that Lambo? Yeah, good luck. I think you'll get the Lambo faster by being patient. But you do you. Alright, so that's all the analysis we need. We had resistance. Our bias was sells. We saw a new low. entry, take profit. Boom. We'll say you leave a runner, Dave. More than likely crypto, but I'm gonna break down some charts. We'll break down some pairs. If we get another opportunity, then we'll break that down too and see what happens. But this session's gonna run normal time till about 8:30. And then I'm gonna point something out in this journal of mine, because I feel like I get a lot of messages on charts, and the biggest thing is people can't get consistent, and this is just what helped me, so I'll share it with you guys. I've shared it before, but I think we got new people here. So 5, 6, that's today. Okay. So if we scroll through almost every one of these, we'll start at the top. Entry at new low. Okay, so I entered at the new low. Entry at new low. Same entry. Same entry. You see how consistent every single trade this week has been the exact same. Let's look at last week. Entry at new low. New low. Entry at new high. New low. New high. That consistency in your entries and your analysis, that's why doing all of this analysis is important. I'm sure if we go back here, okay, break of the high, entry at wick on a retest, we sold at resistance. So having all this, I know that my best results come from that entry at new low or new high is where I get the best results. So if your journal doesn't have consistency like that, maybe just fix that and see what happens. See if anything improves, is what I would suggest. And it doesn't have to be that rule specifically. It just has to be a rule. So whether you have a bearish candle at resistance and you enter at that every time, or a bullish candle at what you think is support, entry at that every time. That's going to be your best bet. And then just make sure the circumstances are the same as well. So meaning I would say your bias would be what you could say. So if you're looking for sells, make sure you're only selling the resistance when you're looking for sells, vice versa for support. I made more than I'm more than happy with what I made today. So like I said, this thing fell down in one candle. There's no reason for me to hold on and sit back through my runner coming back and then just dicking around. There's no benefit for me doing that. So the fact that I risked 1% and almost doubled it in 15 minutes, I'm very happy with that. I don't need anything else. It's okay to leave money on the table. Don't forget that. You don't need to catch every move, every pip. I mean, if you get a 100 pip move that happens and you catch 20 pips of it, that's a phenomenal trade. You catch 10 pips of it, you don't need to be a hero on the charts. Yep, there's a video on it. So if you go to the channel, you go to videos. I don't know why that's not changed. I think it's 1, 2, 3, your fourth row down right here, how to journal your trades, I would give that a look. I break down how to mark it up, how to save it, how to label and organize. Everything is there. So I think we're going to come back up to this area possibly, or this area here. See which is going to be stronger. We could close below here but wick up to here. So we'll see what happens.
Watching for GA long setting up too, potentially.
That would make sense since GJ is coming down nice. GA typically will go up nice.
I want to entry off the 50-minute for GA just because the stop loss would be better, but just a little more riskier compared to the 30-minute.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would trade for the 30. The 30 is very clean. 30 minutes very clean
That's
on
it.
GA.
I agree 100%. That's the thing. The 30 is super clean, just that I don't like the stop loss.
Yeah, just trade the lower lock set. For sure. You got to go with what the chart's respecting. If it's clean on the 30, I mean it's respecting those zones you're drawing out.
On the 4-hour, it has a lot of room to run up for GA.
Yeah, it looks like if it closes back in that zone, got plenty of room.
Yo, Paul,
Yo.
would you check out my DJ trade?
Yes, sir.
Cheers, bro. I'll put it in the Zoom chat.
Okay.
Cheers.
Good job. I just sent you. I just sent in the Zoom chat what I'm talking about. On GA.
Alright, let me take
So
a
on the
look.
same page.
Today's trade is good, Luffy. I gotta figure out why that thumbnail is different. Cause I think that messes with the algorithm. Yeah, I don't know why the thumbnail won't change. That's weird. Oh well. Whatever.
Yo, pop up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I have practically the almost exact same zones, but I just have one more added. Basically, it's just like a 50-minute kind of like mini range consolidation area, just like at the top of that. Like on the 30-minute, it's those two small bullish.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I just have that zone marked up just in case. That could be like a potential target just at the top of that if it starts consolidating within that. I don't think so. I think it's gonna have momentum to head up past that, but
Yeah.
just like
See
right
what,
here.
see what time that is though.
Yeah, that like I you sent me 30-minute 4 hour, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying that what you're saying on the that little range right there, you're saying where it consolidated.
Yeah.
It's 10 p.m. to basically 10 p.m. to midnight, or right around there. So I mean, there's not going to be any volume to push anywhere during that time. So just keep that in mind. It might be consolidation just because there's no volume during that time, nowhere for it to go.
That's actually thanks for that. I didn't even think about the time that occurred. That's actually a nice tip.
Alright, let's get some chart going. Harrison, you wanted me to check out your chart, right?
Yeah, please, mate.
Yep, I got you. No worries.
Yeah, I'll put it in the Zoom chat.
I think you already did. Unless you have a different one. You have 2 links. I did the first one.
Oh no, just resetting it because I thought you didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Yep, I'm ready for charts, guys. You can send it in the chat and we will review tons and tons of charts. Like I said, I just don't like to do it when I'm in a trade because I need to be, I pay attention to it on the 5 minute to monitor and manage the stop loss. Is this the right chart, Harrison?
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Okay.
Cheers.
So bearish momentum. Okay. Is that just like overall direction, or do you use like a specific like candle?
No, I just kind of thought like sometimes Asian seems to like mirror what's happened during the rest of the day. So I started to notice it. That a lot of my winning trades were when there's that momentum throughout the day, if that makes sense. So I like to like put it there as a reminder that if that's not there, that's like a big thing. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, Asian does typically continue to move. You'll get this little ranginess in here during the day. And that's typically just low volume. And then when volume kicks in, most of the time you just continue where New York was going.
Yeah. Surely it would take a lot more volume to kind of go against what's happened rather than continue with it. It's easier.
Exactly. And then having
That's
that. Yep. And then having more volume to go against it, you're going to get really big moves.
And you'll get like fake outs. That's where we get fake outs.
Yep. So we got downward momentum. Your second thing was your 30-minute close below 1 hour support was right there. Good. You got a daily support target. Formed resistance. Entered at the next low. Ooh, you even had a better. You had your stop loss on this candle.
Yeah, once it started heading down, I knew like it weren't gonna come back and retest that. So I put my stops.
Very nice.
Really tight stops above.
Very. That was better than me.
30.
Yep. How have you? Because I know we discussed that last week in terms of that stop loss placement and how important that is.
Yeah.
Have you been implementing that recently?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, originally I was thinking about putting it above the previous 30, but once it started dropping down and broke those wicks, I thought it's pretty clean. Like it doesn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I thought I can risk less, and if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It's just how it is.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that was perfect. So you made those pips really count.
Yeah.
Was that like 4 to 1 for you right there?
Something like that. I pretty, hang on.
That's good.
Oh yeah, it's like 3 to 1.
Very nice.
Yeah, I still got a runner as well.
Beautiful. It's good to see people learning and getting better. All right, Dave, what do we got here? You walk me through this? You're welcome, JB.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Right.
No, I was just sending it to Gurjat. We were talking about GA. I was saying that's where I wanted to set up.
Gotcha. Right, yeah, Huncho, whenever you guys want to send those charts, I am all set.
I've been catching nice moves on GA recently. How is New York session going for you guys?
Good this week.
For me, it's still 50-50. I've been still having some trouble with it.
Yep, no problem, Tiger. Like I said, long term, I wouldn't rely on copying if that's what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. But I would just say, if there's a day when all these live streams don't exist, you're gonna wish you would have learned the proper way to do it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're doing your own thing and you just like being here. I don't know. But it's a word of advice.
One thing I don't get is you're spending all the time watching these live streams. Might as well pick something up from them.
Yeah, you're kind of wasting your time if you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate wasting my time.
They're like 2-3 hour live streams. Like, you gotta learn something from them each day, even if it's like a minor thing.
I mean, the minor things sometimes lead to bigger things.
Like, the live streams are one of the main ways I learned. Like, before watching like Sonai's live stream and everything like that, and then joining yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're gonna really like those, Mike.
You watching his 30-minute grid job on GA?
Yeah, I enter based off the 50-minute, just because I tend to usually do my entries based off that. The 30-minute will be a stronger confirmation, like how you're saying.
Yeah. If it's bullish, I'll probably come in also. This 30-minute, or if it breaks the high, the last 30.
Because it didn't break on the 15-minute, it didn't break the previous low, and you already created a bottom wick for the 15 minutes. So I don't think this should turn around, but you never know. It's a 15-minute.
Well, I mean, it's already made a lower. The 30 minutes already made a lower low, so it should theoretically move back down all the way to that support. But we'll see.
I'm also looking at that as that was trying to create the bottom wick off for the hour. But I 100% agree with you. The 30-minute confirmation is way stronger.
GJ's retracing too.
Yeah, typical Asian pullback.
Interested to see if GJ sets up on that support resistance that you have marked there, because again, that's that session switchover, daily switchover, spread wicks.
Yeah.
So if it sets up on it, we know in the future we can use that. If not, I think it's just something on TradingView that's not there on other charts.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I just marked it, and
yeah,
that's why I
it's
have two marks.
Interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Hop up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say one thing for GA. I also noticed is the 50-minute. Like I entered the base of the 50-minute. The movement's getting smaller and smaller. Like the candle size. So that's another reason that I also sometimes enter.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have a runner. I closed everything down here. Yep, I used to do that too in the very beginning. Kapil. Before I'd come on to Wix Don't Lie stream, I would mark my zones and then see if I had was something like what he had. Matter of time frame you enter on. So with that, what I would say is whatever time frame you enter on is where your stop loss should be. So if you're taking a 5-minute entry, I think you can use a 5-minute stop loss. If you're taking an hourly entry, a 5-minute stop loss isn't going to make any sense. So 30-minute entry, 30-minute stop, hourly entry, hourly stop. Because if your entry is based on what that 30-minute did, you're going to want to let it breathe at least the distance of that candle. But I'd say depending on the setup of the candle, you can probably get away with if you did like a 30-minute entry, but it would be more so based on the 15-minute then. So if you had a 30-minute candle in your direction and you entered once you broke below here, then your entry's kind of on the 15-minute, so you could use a 15-minute, but then you just have a 30-minute kind of as like a higher time frame in your direction as well. But if you're newer, I would say keep your stop loss on the time frame you enter on, and then as price goes in your direction, you could probably drop to the smaller time frame and manage your trade from there. Yep, yeah, the live stream has like a 30-second delay, that's all. Alright, I got your chart, Hayden. Huncho, okay, I saw 3 charts. So DNE, we're going to get your chart first, and then we'll just go down the list. Alright, DR, daily resistance, I'm assuming, 4-hour support. Daily support, okay. 4-hour support here as well. If it breaks below and retests and doesn't break up. So, I think this is the 4. I think 240 is the 4-hour, right? Yep, okay. So, are you entering once the 4-hour closes below and then entering on a 4-hour wick up with the stop loss here? What are you thinking? Because if you're going to use a 4-hour zone, that might not line up perfectly if you're entering on a smaller time frame. So if you want to mark that up again and send a more detailed chart, I'd be interested to see what you're thinking. Alright, Huncho, I'm gonna get your chart. Alright, yeah, punch out, here we go. Okay. Stop loss at this recent support here. 240. Okay, so you're swing trading this, I'm guessing. After break below daily support, thinking of going for a buy. Okay. Are you swing trading this? Would be my only question. I feel like you could get a little more precise with, looks like you got a scalp in here, and then it looks like a bigger swing here, I'm assuming. I think you could get more precise with your swing entry if that's what this is. Because I think you have daily support there, but from what I see, is the last issue is going to be this guy right here. Because once you get below there, your next target is here. If you get below there, then you fall into your daily support there. So I would just say make sure you don't get in too early before it clears all of this, and then you get stuck and just become a wick to the upside. Swing, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think you could make this a better entry, and then turn the future swing trades you take have more wins than losses just by getting more precise on those entries. But if it works, then just ignore everything I'm saying and do you. So we got that one, that one. Hayden, I'm gonna get your chart. I don't think I got you yet. Nope, okay. Ooh. See, I love it when people end when they put this in their chart. And then they put this in the chart. I love it. Clean traffic. Next bit of resistance. 4 hours bullish. Entry at the break there. Stop loss there. That's beautiful. Phenomenal, Hayden. You've been killing it lately. I remember when you first came, your charts you would send, I'll put it nicely, they were crap. And you weren't winning as much, I don't think. And now your charts look great, so your charts improved, your trading improved. Simple. That's awesome.
Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade.
I'm probably not going to consider a second entry, but I can walk you through what I would consider a second entry. Or you can just send me a chart, and I can give you some feedback if you like. I think you just sent the same chart. Use this one. Yeah, you just sent the same chart, I think. This looks the same. After a break on the daily support. Thinking going for a buy. Okay. Yeah, that's the same chart, I think. I have not checked. I will pull up the GJ in a second. What time is it? 35? Yeah, okay. Shouldn't be anything happening right now. Yeah, we could either form resistance here, or price is going to just start to go up. Or it's going to do nothing. So wait to see what it does and then execute based on what it does. Don't try to predict what's happening. That's probably the worst thing you can do, is try to predict it. Drop during pre-NY. Correction towards upside makes this GJ. Okay. Your other chart quick before it disappears. I'm not sure, Aman. Okay, so we missed a small correction. Yep, that could make sense. Daily's in a range. Possibly. Yep, yeah, I think if you get above there, there are nice buys to the upside. And I think you had one more chart as well. Oh, smaller time frame. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Yep. Looks good. Nope, I have not received a withdrawal yet. I just got the account yesterday. Juan, I'm gonna pull up your chart. Yep, send your chart, Renato. We'll pull it up. Yep, no, I have the account. It's I got it yesterday.
Pop up. I think you're correct on this one. I'm out.
You're out?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I was a couple of notes for you. I mean, the 15-minute candle, even though you entered on the break that high, they're all bearish. So you got to wait for support to form. You got to wait for the green candle.
Yeah, I think I rushed this.
Yeah, for sure. No, it happens, man. You get a little bit of FOMO from the GJ trade you missed, so no big deal.
Yeah.
You can still give this trade a second chance if a 30-minute support forms and you get confirmations on that way. I mean, this is still still setting up, in my opinion. So don't get down on yourself too hard.
No, I am gonna give it one more chance because my plan is 2 losses and then I'm out completely for the day.
Yep. Just wait for a 30-minute bullish candle to close, and let's go from there.
Yeah, the 30-minute would have been way safer.
Alright, Huncho, since you broke 4-hour resistance, I think this was your buy opportunity right here on this candle. Let me see if I can get a cursor. Let's see what we're looking at. So what is to the left? That did not work. If you look to the left, it looks like you can probably get up to this area here. But you kind of bought the top of that candle. That's an hourly. Yeah, you could see a wick down to here and then a move up. So you might be sitting in drawdown for a minute, as long as you're cool with that. Same thing, I think your stop loss as well can be improved. So if you look right now, your reward is this big, right? Your risk is this big. That's about the same size. So now look at this. Same reward here, but your risk you put here just below here. So now the same distance in the trade, same entry, same exit, but this one is worth 2, maybe 3 times as much. And all you did was place a better stop loss to make your reward better. Because if it does break, where's my eraser? So if you do break past these candles here, and specifically I would say this bearish wick here, price is going to more than likely fall down to here. So you're risking everything from here down is just extra risk for no reason. Because if it can't sustain above this level here, or at least stay above this support, it's going to have a better chance of breaking through here and coming down deeper. So like I said, I would just work on, you could definitely have a better stop loss, especially since this is an hourly, and if you put it below 3 hourly candles, you pretty much cut this in half and you double, maybe almost triple that reward. So I would look into improving your stop loss, and that's going to help you a ton. Did FTMO ask any detailed questions? Yeah, they had a little questionnaire kind of thing. Yvonne, we already won. Yep, yeah, I'm trading the FTMO account right now. The spreads are incredible. The 12 pip stop? Okay, nice. So this level, no longer valid. Next stop is here. That would make sense. We form a resistance, come back, fill this wick, maybe finish dropping to that support. Come Asian open, still got 18 minutes. So yeah, we could see it start to set up on the 15-minute here. And we'll have some clean candles to here. Potential wick fill as well.
I got a question for, it could be for Paul and Papa.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the GA trade. I was thinking back on it. One thing the pop-up said that I didn't to kind of close and form a support because it entered based off the 50-minute. Would you guys still recommend that I let a candle close based off the 30-minute, even if they broke the previous high, or would it still be a good entry if they broke the previous high on 30-minute? If you have any idea what I'm trying to ask.
I'll pull up GA and how about you draw it on the chart and walk me through what's up. I think I see what happened. You got stopped out on this wick above here.
Yeah. So, a pop-up was saying that I didn't let the candle close and form support, and I agree 100% with him. And I think I've been doing this recently on New York session a lot. So pretend this 15-minute candle actually broke the 30-minute. Would you guys think that would have worked out? Like that would have been a good entry? Or let it close?
For a buy or a sell?
Buy.
To buy it?
Yeah.
I would say bad entry because you have more rejection here.
No, I'm saying if the 30-minute broke those wicks.
Yes. So if this broke, like if the wick was a 30-minute out of 15, I think that would have been better. So when this broke here, all it did was make a top wick for the 30-minute and then came down. So if you would have waited for this one to break here, that would have been better because then you probably would have ended up changing the direction of the hourly, filling this wick and coming up. But you see this wick couldn't get up to here. Okay, so if this one couldn't get up to here, if you drop to the 15-minute, something should get up to here and break here if you're going to continue up. Well, maybe once this one breaks here, okay, maybe we start to head up, wait, see how it closes, or if it does break above here, if it closes like this, wait for the next one to set a new high, and then I think that would have been better.
One thing I was saying, Gurjat, when we were talking about it, I said I'm either going to wait for 30 minutes forward to form where I drew that arrow, or if the current 30-minute wick breaks the top, like the question you're asking. The reason was because it had already created a lower wick at that point. So if with the bullish momentum behind it on the 4-hour chart, if it would have made a low and then broke the high of that same wick, to me that's an indication of an impulse buy. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing that a lot recently, and I gotta change that up. Like I've been entering even if a support hasn't formed based off like a 50-minute breaking a previous high of 50-minute, and I've been getting wicked out by my stop losses. So like how you're saying, I think the 30-minute, you're saying like if the 30-minute broke the previous wick of the previous 30-minute, it would have been a better entry because like it's a stronger confirmation, and the current 30-minute broke the low. That's why you're saying that, right?
Yeah, it's not right, exactly. It's not just that it's a 30-minute wick break. It's the fact that it has bullish momentum behind it, and it broke the low and then broke the high, which means, if it's going to do that there's something crazy pushing it up, because it shouldn't break the high if it had already broken the low during that candle.
Got it. Thanks for that, because I think I've been doing that a lot this week, because I lost a trade in New York this morning because of the exact same mistake I made right now.
On GA, the way I see it is so like you see on like the 15 and even on the 30 you have like 3-4 wicks pushing into that next zone.
Like the top wicks they're talking about?
Yeah. So but they keep closing below that, making it a resistance. So I mean I was looking at it, and when you said buy, I was trying to figure out how you were interpreting it, but I feel like even with the break of the wick, I would have rather close above that, just because if you notice on like the 15 there's 4 wicks pushing into the next zone and they're just getting hard rejected, closing underneath the resistance, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if in all honesty, I was actually looking for a sell to bring it back down because it just looked like it didn't have enough momentum to even break up there. But for me to take that, I would have waited for a close above those wicks, because you see the wicks being broken, you know, at like every other wick for like a new high almost essentially that you could take it to go up, but it just doesn't have enough to drive it upwards.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you guys. I need to fix that in my trading plan because I made the exact same mistake this morning when I was looking back at the GA trade I just did. I did that on GJ this morning, and I think I need to fix that. Thanks for that, guys.
Yep.
Sometimes I feel like anticipating the continuation with breaking a wick is sometimes hard, you know, because I mean it does give you less confirmation. I have a big problem with waiting for candles to close, because I've gotten shit on so many times with wicks being broken.
I just didn't let the support form there because I thought I was going to, but it was just like I was anticipating that. So that's.
So wait, you guys haven't marked up that it already closed above the resistance for a minute, making it a support, or not yet?
Yeah, I did.
I think you do. Yeah, because I think I was looking at your chart. Here, I'll send mine in. Mine's like a little bit different.
Mine's like right there in the low zone. Like it's not because I was gonna say when there's like a zone like that, it's not gonna be clearly like, oh, it passes this point and it's closed above. I use more of like zone type areas.
Yeah. I just sent mine in. So what I was looking at, those wicks were just barely tapping into my next zone. So I had them closing underneath that, making it a resistance, not a support. So for me, I never even had it closing above. But I think I was looking at pop-ups. He did.
The only thing is because it broke those wicks there to the left, so that's what I was also looking at.
I guess I could see it, like in the middle. They were closing above that little resistance.
No, because.
Oh, wait, Paul, can you pull up my screenshot real quick?
Yes, sir.
How do I write on this?
Annotate on the Zoom call area where you mute your mic. Yep, no problem, DNE. Your chart was good, bro. You got a plan? That's perfect.
What do you click the arrow or something?
It'll just say annotate.
Where it says like view options.
Yeah, it'll probably be up on the top or on the bottom. View options, and then it'll say annotate.
Oh god.
Some computers don't let you do it. If you don't have a Windows, if you have like a Mac, sometimes you can't annotate.
No, I'm on Windows.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to.
It's where the mute and start video is, or?
It should be. It'll be either in there or up at the top where it says view options. It'll be a little gray tab you click.
Oh shit! Alright, that's it. Okay. So were you guys basing it off of here?
1 second, I'm gonna come back.
Because if you have your zone there, then it's closing above.
Yeah.
I was using it so like you here. Fuck.
I got my zones in the 4 hour.
Yeah. So like even if you look on the 30-minute and like the 1 hour. So what I was looking at it like. I don't know. So like you see these wicks, so I was basing those wicks for tapping the zone, right? So then you have this whole range over here, and these are closing at the resistance, making it a support, right? So I was using these wicks were kind of like it was tapping the support that I wrote out, or I drew out. So it'd be the same sense for these. These are tapping into the next zone versus closing above it, making it a support. I mean, everyone interprets what they see their own way, you know, but...
So if you draw the 4 hour, let's see if I can annotate as well.
Can we do it here?
it's
Let
giving
me.
a stroke.
Hold on. Don't start. Don't start. We're gonna make this easier. Annotate on this. You'll have more.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And then I want to annotate.
Yay.
Go to the 30-minute, Paul, and zoom out a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, right there. So if you actually draw a 4-hour zone, which is not on there right now, how do I draw a box? So the 4-hour zone is actually like right here.
It broke the 4 hour.
So that's the 4-hour zone I have drawn up. So if you see,
Wait, this is a 30-minute?
It's a 30-minute, but this is.
Oh,
that's not
okay.
there.
Yeah, it wicked way above the 4 hours
How
zone.
do I get rid of that? Right there. Draw an arrow. So yeah, so back here, it wicked above it. Then it held it. I don't know if I put this each time. Held it, and then broke below. And then over here also, tapped it, held it,
Would that be rejecting it?
broke above. Well, held it, rejected it, whatever. Held resistance,
Oh, okay.
held resistance here, held support here.
I was also looking. Sorry.
That's all right. So all I was saying basically is if it can form support here, it's going to respect this, and keep in mind this is a 4-hour zone.
Yeah.
So it needs to form a support here to continue going up to the next 4-hour zone, which is somewhere up here somewhere. I don't know. And now erase that if you can. Clear. There we go.
So, one thing. This 30 minutes not closed yet, so we don't know if we're closing below that 4-hour zone. But you have it from right here, right? That's your 4-hour.
Yeah, I have mine around.
Exactly.
Okay, so when you use a 4-hour, remember, price broke above, meaning this wicked through on the 4-hour, gonna pull back and then probably continue. So this has to find a support. So I think even if you close below here, any support forming a lower high will make this up move on the 4-hour valid to continue. But just because we're pulling back after we push through the 4-hour, I don't think it means we're rejecting it yet.
Oh, so I could see this. So like right now it's closing. It's kind of closing at that support, right? I mean, if you go from the 4-hour down and you start making your supports a little bit cleaner.
I was also looking at this move here and thought, and since it was creating like higher lows and stuff like that, I thought I was gonna imitate it here, and that's where I rushed the entry based off the 15-minute. I was doing too much anticipation and I rushed the entry.
Yep. I think you could have used the most recent zone as well. So, here.
Yep.
This is what I see, but granted. So, maybe you saw this zone as we're forming support here to go up, but this break was actually out of this resistance here.
Yep.
So,
exactly.
retest here to come back up, possibly, or fake out, and we're going to come down and flip. And if it doesn't form a support, then you're going to come back down. I mean, hourly could totally just be a fake out to come down. I see that 100%. But I don't think
you got
it's
an hour before the 4-hour closes, so you got to watch that too. If it closes back below, then obviously, at least in my opinion, that's invalid.
Yep. Yeah. If this hourly closes below here, I think it has, and then makes a new low. If this doesn't break here, then I think you're good to. It's going to be flipping to come back down.
Wouldn't
but
that
there's
kind
still
of be like the whole range area, like the whole entire zone? Because like I have like this right here. How the hell do I draw this box? Like that, right?
Yeah.
But
And
that's
then I
also
have- sorry. And I have like I think right here, and then up here, whatever. But so like if you're going from the 4-hour, that's more or less like the wicks, right? But then if you go to the 1 hour, it looks a lot more cleaner where we are now.
Yep.
So like it tapped Can you guys see my mouse when I move it on this?
Nope, we just see the
No.
drawings.
Okay.
You can
Sorry.
draw arrows
So, like,
though.
So I have like, you know, these wicks right here. So that's like tapping into this, and then this is kind of like the zone, right? So like my idea would be, since this looks stronger over here, and then this broke over here, if this could create a support over here, it's rejecting it, maybe get like a wick down, and then it closes bullish. You could potentially grab up to here, you know, put break even here, whatever you have, and then hopefully it pushes up with the open.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, the open's in 3 minutes, but
Yep.
that's essentially what, you know, like if this was, say, like an hour from now, what we could look at.
Yeah, I would use newer zones, but that's just my style. I think this makes sense. I would just, if this closes bearish, I would just want to see a new low created to kind of show that this isn't bouncing off of anything to go up.
You want to see a new low created?
If I was selling it, yes.
Oh, selling it.
I'm not trading.
Okay.
I can only trade GJ, but
Yeah.
if I were to be in GA, I would be looking for buys only anyways. But then I would be looking for a support, not that. But if this hourly closes like this, and this is the low we established, if the next hourly breaks that low, I think it's going to come down and the 4 hour will flip. But looking at the 15 minute, it looks like we could be coming in forming the support right here.
To go up.
Even if you go on the 30-minute ish.
Yeah.
Like right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I 100% agree with you guys. I think I entered way too early and rushed it and didn't let the support form.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, that happens all the time. You kind of just entered at the high.
That's happened to me, like, I think twice. They happened to me twice already this week. Once in the morning for GJ.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for, what was it? I forgot it was a seller buy. I didn't probably.
Oh.
Yeah, and we're forming resistance here on GJ as well.
I saw that.
That's a big retest. There was news for something, wasn't there? Yeah, JPY 650. Yeah, I mean, that's just yellow folder, though. Remember, though, AUD does have a red folder. And then we have this and New Zealand. And that could really manipulate what price does, especially on GA for Asian session. It whenever there's AUD news, especially, it drives really hard in the opposite direction to then drive down or up in the other direction once like the news comes in.
GJ's right back in that range.
Mm-hmm. It's going up. We'll
Oh.
see if we break here or not. That would be, if we break here, I think we could see a big push up to here. Or if that happens and breaks this low, I think we'll get a nice move down. Man, I kind of like those sells if we close bearish and then. I'll be back. in
Like,
Today was a breakthrough for my trading plan because I think that's been happening a lot to me recently, and I appreciate you guys going through the analysis with me like that.
you know what helped me a lot? I think like to get profitable and consistent, I kind of stopped anticipating, and if I miss a move, I miss a move, but I just would wait until there was like more than enough confirmation that something was going to do something, you know? So like where you entered, I feel like you more or less were anticipating that rather than letting it play out. And like if you missed it, at least, you know, your analytics for that trade would have been correct, which is in my mind more than enough for me right now, because I'm still, you know, less than a year in. But as long as you win the trade, whether it's mental or physical, I think that helps your your confidence to enter trades, right? And then as you become more consistent, like Raja, for example, if you notice, a lot of the times he calls a trade out, he's already in it maybe 10 seconds prior. And if you notice, he always gets that 10 pip profit like 4 or 5 pips before most people that probably take the same trade, because he anticipates it. But I feel, he's obviously been trading long enough where he's profitable and he can take those hits on the anticipation if it doesn't go his way. And he also knows how to trade manage, So what started helping me a lot was, instead of anticipating the move, I would wait for those, 3 or 4 confluence that were all attached to the trade that I was looking for. And, I would try, the hardest part is not getting upset that you missed it, but being excited that you were right, that it was going to do that. So it's like slow and steady wins the race.
Hello? Yeah, no, I told you. I was just being a idiot today.
I was an idiot earlier. We all do it.
I'm gonna add this into my journal so I don't make the same mistake again.
Dude, journaling is awesome.
Yeah.
GJ's look solid for a retest of the low.
So see this GJ trade that's happening right now? I would like if I didn't realize the mistake I was making, I would have basically entered right here. I mean, I could have been right, but now that looking back, I would have rather let this 15-minute close and then enter once it breaks this low or wherever the low is going to be. So this shows that it's forming a resistance.
Yeah, see, that's where it used to screw me a lot, because sometimes when you don't anticipate, you kind of miss a majority of the move, and then you kind of get in late, and then like maybe say you're up like 4 pips in profit and it gets rejected at areas like,
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'd rather
here.
Yeah, but I'd rather be safe, because like recently I've been making the same mistakes now that I can actually like realize what the mistake I'm making. Because I would have entered here, like it can work out and I can hit my TP down here, but it can easily just come right back up because he hasn't closed there.
Yeah, but I think that's like the chances you should be willing to take, especially if it's your analysis, right? Because like this pulled up into the zone right here, but then it basically closed on the resistance.
Yeah.
Didn't break the high, but it broke the low. So in my mind, I'd be willing to put my stop loss here because I don't see it flipping. If it does, then you lose out. But since it broke the low, it has more confirmation that it's gonna at least retest the next low.
Yep.
But if you go against like what you see, I feel like it hurts your mental more than taking the trade and losing the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't feel confident enough, go in with like a 0.01 until like you're 2 months consistent, and you realize that that's what actually works for you. Like what Paul was saying about all his trades, he takes the break of the 15 high or the break of the 15 low, like that. I took a lot from that, because I realized like being that consistent, and I'm sure Paul's super consistent. He's making more than enough for himself, and it's just he sticks to it. And if you notice, like Paul, you had on your Trello, I think like 3 losses in a row yesterday or something like that on like the last line, but you still stuck to what you always do,
Yep. I have an example for what you're saying, and it actually fits perfectly. Here, this the start of my week: 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4 to start my week. Entry at new high. This one was a close above resistance, and then I put don't trade breakouts anymore, so I stopped doing that. Entry at new high, entry at new low, same thing, new low, new high.
There you go.
New low, new high, new high. I actually ended this week up. So this was the FTMO account. I remember it very specifically because of it. I was one trade away at the start of this week from completing FTMO on like day 2. This took me all the way back to 0, starting over. Like I lost 900 or 800. I ended the week up 700, and I didn't change my risk at all. And I still took a loss. It wasn't like I was flawless in the end, but nothing changed. And the end of the week, I was in profit. So once that happened, I was like, okay, whatever happens during the week doesn't matter. The end of the week will be fine.
See, like if you take something like that and you put it up against someone that hasn't been trading long enough, where their mental isn't strong enough, they'd start thinking maybe they're doing something wrong, or they gotta fix this or fix that. When in reality, you stick to the same game plan, and you trust the process. You came out up on top in the end,
Yeah, and way more than I expected too, which was super cool. But I mean, the point was that the week started absolutely awful, and I still ended up making money. And I changed nothing. I didn't up my risk. My risk stayed at 2% per session every single trade, but my stop loss was really good, so my reward was also really good.
Yeah, I think like one of the biggest takeaways is sometimes the market just does what the market wants to do.
Yep, and that's when not over trading and managing your risk is like that's when you have to have it.
Yeah. Another thing I like to do is I say the move that I was looking for did exactly what I wanted it to do, but in the end I got screwed over because the market decided to break the low and the high or something, right?
Yep.
And like I'll get off the charts, I do 5% risk a day, and once I lose that, I'm done. No matter how perfect of a trade I see or not, I just get off. It's not worth it.
Yep.
There's no need to lose 10% in a day. You're screwed like that, right?
Exactly.
But I'll go on the charts later on just to see if that move played out the way I thought it was going to play out. Sometimes, you just get in too early. And I think that helps with looking at the moves. You could write that down in your journal and maybe look at how you can get in at the right time. Or, you just come to the conclusion that, it did what you wanted it to do. And, I mean, in the end, the market did what the market wanted to do.
100%. I think that's a really good perspective. Very good.
I just want to say one more time, thanks for the feedback, guys. Like Paul, Anthony, and Pop Up, because I trust me, like this week and like the past week, I kept making a similar mistake, and I appreciate the feedback because it opened my eyes to something now.
You use Trello to journal your trades?
Yeah. I started copying Paul.
Yeah, his video's awesome on it. What I do on it now, I have, how Paul has like the green and the red bar for wins and losses?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a yellow bar too, and I put like like a critical example or something like that. And when there's trades where I did something really stupid, or I didn't see something that was blatantly obvious, I'll put that label down there. And when I'm going through my trades from the previous week, like on Sunday or Saturday night or whatever, I'll make sure I analyze those critical ones like super hard and pay attention, because those are the trades that I do the same thing over and over again, and they always screw me over, or something that's like super important. Like today, for example, I lost a trade. I lost my 5%, and I got super in my head, and I went in with a huge lot size. I ended up winning the trade, but it didn't even feel good that I won the trade because I didn't deserve that money, if that makes sense, So like things like that, I'll put the yellow bar, and make sure that I try not to ever do that again, because in the moment, you put that in and you realize like it's stupid. So you go back on it, you kind of remind yourself with stuff like that. So like it's something that you're doing consistently over and over again, it's stupid, but you don't know why you keep doing it. Make sure you you make that bright and obvious in your face, so every time you look at Trello and you see that, you realize like, I gotta make sure I don't do that.
I think I'm gonna steal that I think I'm gonna steal that.
I like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I kind of do the same thing, but it's not as obvious. Like where was the one I was just showing? Here, like I put it in just in like all caps. Because usually like they're all pretty super short descriptions, But if it's super long with caps, then I know there was something going on there.
Paul, that would be a dope video if you made that, showing that week of how you just got screwed over trade after trade and then came out on top on the end, and maybe explained it for like, especially like new traders, showing them that if you know something's working and just one week you get screwed, you could always bring it back. You just got to consistently stick to what your plan is versus trying to change your plan every other week.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I would name the video. I like the idea. I think it's great, but what would I name that?
Trust the process. I don't know.
I guess,
Something
yeah,
corny.
that'd be a quick, short little video. I think
it would be a good video.
I'll add it to the whiteboard.
It's like a perfect example too that week.
Yeah. I'd have to see if I could go find the trades. I think that was on. Ooh, I do have the trades. That was on. I can show proof. Let me log in quick, and I'll show proof that I'm not just making up random trading view charts. Because you can see it in the FTMO chart where it shows like it's like a little progress, like a little thing like, oh, you reach target, or up, down, reach target. You just see it. It literally just looks like this. It's like, oh, super good, back here. And then you just see that.
Did you you end up getting the account yet?
Yeah, I'm already up almost 4%.
Holy shit. Wait, you just got it today?
Like 12 hours ago.
God damn.
FTMO's down. That's weird, I was just on it. Okay, well, I can't show an example right now because FTMO's not working. The website's down for upgrades or something, but I'll show it. Remind me tomorrow, or I'll try and pull it up in a little bit. But Luffy, for your thing on UJ, I think you're going to get up into here. As long as a new high is established, looks like it could be 15-minute. Looks like that was a big liquidity grab, and you could get a nice push up. That would be a really nice. If this pushes up, and if this breaks this high, you're going to get a monster move. Or if the next one makes a new high, that's going to be a great trade.
Oh, Paul, can I pick apart your mind real quick? So I've been looking at the charts and I've been seeing moves like this lately.
Oh, you want me to go back to UJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because that candle. So you see this candle, it broke the resistance, making it, a support, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have this big wick into the next zone, almost like a liquidity grab, right?
Yep.
And I've been noticing when stuff like that happens, and then say this, even if this closes really small, bullish, I notice the next candles just fly up.
Yep.
But I mean, I haven't been looking at something like that long enough to take those trades, but the other day I saw it on like 8 different charts where it had super long wicks into the zone. I guess they are liquidity grabs, right, to an extent?
Yeah, those are my favorite ones. Katz actually came up with the name, or Rakil came up with the name, but it's my rocket ship candle, especially on GJ, because like my entries are the highs and the lows, right? So if I see, let me see if I can find an example, that would be awesome. Let me go to GJ real quick, see if I can find.
GJ just cut some people, I guarantee it.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is actually a perfect example on GJ. Let's say my bias was bullish, and my entry was above here. I'm in this trade. If I would be, I would have broke it. Once it broke here, I'd have taken an entry. Probably had a stop down here, and then once this one breaks here, I'd bring the stop up here and enter on the break here, because these are so good. So when I see, like I said, my bias was bullish, and I see this break the low, and then I see it come back up, I'm like, oh,
It's a hard rejection.
This could launch.
So you would essentially, would you potentially take this buy?
If my bias was bullish, yes, but I'm not bullish till we're up here, and I don't really like this.
Mm-hmm.
So the candle setup, yes, I'm taking it. This very specific example, I'm gonna let go, just because it's against the bias and this is messy. But if this happened right here, oh yeah, 100%.
Can I quickly add something?
Yeah.
This is from like the previous conversation that we were just talking about. So this is like I would like if I took this sell here, I would have got taken, because I would have taken it based off the entry breaking the previous 15-minute and the stop loss right here. And thank God I'm learning it right now, because I would have got taken out just like exactly what happened. It broke the previous low, but it came right back up.
Yep.
See, that's like two good examples of one, the market just doing the market, right? So it
Yeah.
broke the low and it broke the high. But then it goes back to what I was saying, how like sometimes, 9 out of 10 times I'll wait for the candle to close, because
Yeah.
the anticipation, majority of the time screws me. It may not happen at like Raja takes a lot of anticipation trades, and it usually works out for him.
But
I
one
just
thing,
don't feel comfortable with it.
sorry. No, sorry. But one thing, I think I was getting mixed up myself. You said like anticipation trade that you're anticipating is gonna go down. I think I'm not like I think that's more when a bearish kind of close. So if like support actually formed this close like right here, it didn't break the low, but then you enter at the low of the wick of the box to do. That's like a good anticipation trade, because this was a bearish close and a support form. So
I think if this closed bearish, that anticipation would have been a lot better off.
Yeah. But I'm just giving like an example. So I think that's where the anticipation comes from, not when like it breaks a low, and that's where I think I was getting mixed up. I wasn't letting a form of support with like a close. Instead, I was just anticipating it based on the current candle breaking the previous one.
One thing for like the strategy I use with the highs and lows on the 15-minute or 30-minute, the first 15 minutes of the hourly they work out less than they do work out. Because first 15 minutes of the hourly, it created the bottom wick. Previous hourly is bullish, especially when our previous hourly or 30 minutes against you. That first 15 minutes of the hourly, you could become the wick going against yourself. So if you would have waited like we would have, because this was the first 15-minute, that's why I looked at this entry, but I didn't like it because we had such a strong bullish hourly. So maybe we're just making a bottom wick, and if the anticipation was correct and this comes down here, you're going to get a better, safer entry down here anyways, if it does this whole move. But first 15 minutes of the hourly, more times than not, is going to mess around.
Do some weird shit.
Yeah, like exactly what this did, a low and a high. Yeah, Black Bull Markets I've heard they've been really good too. They're super cool guys as well. So
this is a strong resistance right here, right? At 135? Was that the daily?
At 135?
Yeah. Where you have sells below that line.
Oh, up here. Yeah, so that is just the 4-hour wick.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So if price breaks here before this closes, which I doubt, then I look for buys. But what could end up happening is
pulls up and comes down.
I do this. That's what could end up. If this closes bullish, the bias is bullish now.
Oh, okay.
So. Yep.
I was wondering, because I haven't really traded Asian too long, but like buying and selling inside ranges at the lows and highs. So I feel like Asian range is a lot, but it's constantly bouncing up and down.
I think I would say it depends on the week. Last 2 weeks have been extremely rangy, with like 1 or 2 really good days. But typically, I think you'll get one move in Asian. Typically, you're either in it or you're not, and if you're not in it, just close the chart. Pretty much.
Hey Mike, your questions and comments are great. Please, if you can, turn your volume down about 15% just to balance, and it would be perfect.
Who?
I think Mike.
Me?
I think everything sounds fine. I think we're
I
good.
don't think there's a mic in here.
Okay. You'd say your major problem is risk management when your trade runs against you and it's time to close. Losing small. 50 when the current candle is breaking high, low, previous. Sometimes ends up going in your favor after closing 50. Do you wait for candle to close and then reduce that 50? Let me read that again to make sure I understand. So if I was managing a trade, I would have my partial stop loss probably on if I entered on a 30, I'm going into profit, I'm probably going to trail my stop loss down on the 15 minute, and possibly the 30 minute, just depending on the closes. It's pretty. So we can actually use tonight's trade. So we entered here. I don't know what I did there, but we entered here once we broke that low there, and then we took profit down here.
Sorry about that, I cut out.
You're good. So then what I did is I was watching here. Once this one broke the low here, I brought my stop loss to here, because if this comes up and turns around, I don't want to know what happens after this point. I don't want to be in the market if it goes all the way down and comes back up. I want to be out. And if it goes in my direction, awesome. Like I said, whatever happens after this point invalidates what I'm looking for. In terms of a clean trade down, I'm not going to leave it here to just sit in a bunch of nonsense for no reason. So once this one broke down below below this last area, brought the stop here because we should respect that there. Then once 30 minute closed, obviously I was out of the trade. Let me see the 15 minute. I think it was once we broke below here, my magic keys went break even, so now I'm not risking anything, and it was just straight profit after that. So I hope that answered the question. Typically I just drag the whole stop. It's less likely I'm gonna use like a partial stop loss. I'll just trail it down full. But let's say this candle's forming and it kind of breaks below here and not here yet, and then it pulls up a little bit. Maybe I close half at like break even, just in case it does come mess around and take me out. I've minimized the loss, and then I can always re-enter with the same risk I initially had, and then end up in profit on that next winning trade. It's really getting messy here.
GA just plummeted.
To downside?
That was
wow.
an excellent explanation, Paul.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he was asking, but I mean, I do it a little differently, so I hope that covered it. Can't get your magic keys working at all. What up, formulation? Mike, so did you DM me on Instagram? I'll try to help you out. GJ might just be ranging now.
Magic keys. Oh, if you don't get the green light that it sees the device, make sure you put the batteries in. Make sure it's turned on. Then if you still don't get the green light, you gotta fiddle until you get the green light. Once you get the green light that it sees the device, it's just adding the EA to the chart. You must have the EA running on the chart for it to work.
Yep. Yep, no problem, Lewis. The lady made chocolate chip cookies with Reese's peanut butter cups in the middle. Oh my god. It's like heaven. Yep, thanks for coming, Taha. See you tomorrow. Remember, we got a guest coming tomorrow. So make sure you're here early. 6 p.m. Central Time.
Today's stream was phenomenal, I feel like.
Yeah, I really liked the discussion we had. It was really good.
I learned a lot just from the discussion.
I like it. We don't always get good discussion like that, but I love it when we do.
I was gonna say, I highly recommend people go back and listen and take some notes.
Yep, see you later, Anthony. You're off to video games for the night. Yeah, I'll be on them in about 45 minutes. Carrie Gerzot and Dave again.
Buddy, I was going off yesterday. I was lacking.
I was pretty dead weight last night, I gotta say.
Don't worry about running back tonight. See what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yep, see you later, Taha. Yep, I got you, Fluffy. We'll pull it up again. And then if FTMO starts to load up, I'm going to pull up that example that we went over earlier. Okay, entry was there. Stop loss 5 pips. You got stopped out. I think you could have. Yeah, I think you just got in at the hourly open. That's all. You should have waited for this one and then entered above the break here with a stop loss here, and then you can target here. That's what I would have done. I think your stop loss was just too tight. You should have, since you entered on this weak close. Typically, when you look at candles, if they have a weaker close like that, and then it's like an hourly open or a 30-minute, sometimes you'll get a wick below and then a continued move in that direction. So just be careful of that. I think if you'd had your stop loss down here, below this monster candle, you'd have been good. This one was just the hourly open, kind of pulling back, grabbing orders to drive up, and you just got caught in it. So I would either wait the first 15 minutes of the hourly, let it set up. If it runs and goes, it runs and goes. But the way you can kind of be a part of it and not miss it is if this candle would have broken above here, then you could have entered there with the anticipation that the move was just going to continue very quickly. But since this didn't make a new high, there's not really any confirmation that price is going to go up yet. Besides this, what happened here, there's no confirmation right now that it's going up. Then this one broke above. Stop loss on the wick, take profit at your target up there. Hopefully FTMO works. I think that's going to be a cool example. Excuse me. Yeah, no, it's still being worked on. No, probably no setups. It's already 7:30. Technically, only have 30 more minutes to trade in my trading plan, so no point to force anything. But we do have a bearish candle. I think if we break below here, you could get a nice sell down to support. Maybe get this wick fill here. Check out the 30. Yeah, that would make sense. Because now we're at this resistance here again. So same area we started on the first trade. You got resistance there, couldn't close above. Got a bearish candle closing back under. If you establish a new low, confirming prices should go lower, I think you could have a stop loss wherever this wick ends up being up top. Entry here, probably target this wick fill, and maybe down here. Maybe even have a runner come fill the 4 hour. Yep, see you later, Frankie. See you tomorrow. $120 likes, awesome. Appreciate you guys. That's awesome. I think you could watch this YouTube channel. We do a style of trading here that works very well. And then I would say watch Wicks Don't Lie. See if you like his. And then watch Trade with Monty. Kind of pick which one you like best, which one you're most comfortable trading. And then, I don't want to say copy it, but kind of do whatever one you pick that you like best. But then make it your own as you go. So then it's more so your strategy and not just copying someone else's. I don't know what that means. Yep, no problem, Dangerous. Of course. Yep, no problem, Tiger. Hopefully that plays out for you. If it doesn't make that low, though, there's no entry, so just remember that. Name of that song, we might have just, yeah, we missed it. Yeah, Christian, I think it does have a really good chance of ranging for the rest of the session as well. Yep. Oh, nope. You watch all three, yeah. You got taken out in a loss. You should have been break even. That was the issue. You shouldn't have gone. The fact that you went this much into profit and you didn't, and you took a loss, that's just your own fault. You gotta have secured something, and set a stop loss in profit, or at least set it to break even. Because if you go that much into profit, to have it come all the way back and take you out, that's just your error. So definitely get that risk free next time. Yep, that you could do that too, Luffy. I wouldn't, once you pick which one you want to watch and kind of base your trading off of, don't watch all three. Pick one or two. Looks like volume's kind of dying out for this session. You either caught the sells or you caught the buys. That's up to you, Tiger. I would take it. I mean, I wouldn't take it at this time, but if I were this setup, once we break below this wick, that would be my entry. Yep, I'll get your chart in a second, Kabir. Just posting up the trade. Alright, less sleep shortens your life? I don't know. Nope, I'm good. Pull up this chart. That could be I'm pulling up your chart for you. Oh, this doesn't look lucky at all. This looks like a very well executed trade. So, tested strong support twice. Okay. I would say this is good. Just overall information. Less relevant to your actual entry. Looks like you respected a recent support. Looks good. You entered when the price broke above this bullish wick here. Perfect. I think you could have made it a little better, but your trade obviously worked out perfectly. But my entry would have been just the new high in general. So this was your push candle. Your new high was established once you got above this candle here. But your idea was perfect. I think anything above this candle, or the one you took it on, were exceptional entries. Looks perfect. I definitely would secure something though. Maybe as you come into here, make sure you secure something just in case. And then runner target looks good. Looks like you're going up to there. Looks perfect. That's I don't think that was lucky at all. I think that was a exceptionally planned trade with proper analysis. And you definitely know what you're doing. So I think that was a great chart. All right, Hayden, pull up your chart. Your charts are getting better by the week. 4 hours gonna close bearish. Wait for next 4. Great upper wick. Yep. Remember, Asian's coming to an end. You might not get this move. There might not be volume. You might stay at this support. Maybe climb up till London and then come down. So be careful of that. But yeah, targets look good. Just don't know if Asian will have the volume to take it down all the way. So just be careful on, if it looks like candles are starting to go sideways, maybe just get what you can or cut the loss short. Yep. If you don't sleep, you're not going to get that big in the gym or that strong. You're better off training less, sleeping more. You're going to get better results. As long as you're eating accordingly, obviously.
Yo.
Yep.
I'm gonna head up for tonight. I'll see you on Warzone if you are on.
Oh, I'm going to be on.
Okay. I love the discussion and I learned a lot today. I just want to say thank you to you, and I know some of them left, but like Pop Up and Anthony, Sahil, all those guys. Thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. We have the guest coming tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll have some questions planned for him.
Yep. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Peace out.
See ya.
Yeah, brother, I gotta get off of you too, man. Thank you for everything.
Yep, I'll see you tomorrow,
Take care, bro.
bro. That is false, Tiger. That is very false. You're going to want to be eating better and sleeping more if you're on that stuff. It's not a miracle worker. Yeah, sounds good, Hayden. You'll if you start at the very beginning, you'll see the progression from the beginning of the Trello to the end, and you'll see the tweaks that were made and how things changed. Nope, I'm just on the free Trello. There's no, I do not have the paid version. I mean, it's just like any other story. I mean, it's my story, but started, didn't know anything about it, was too greedy, didn't have any perspective, wanted to be rich overnight. Eventually was humbled by the market, learned how to do it properly from great traders, and eventually just grew and grew, learned and learned, and it's just like what everyone says, when just trust the process. That's really all you got to do. It sounds like a load of nonsense, but it's actually not. Yep. See you later, Tiger. See you tomorrow. Nope. The guest, I don't think he really knows anything about trading, but he's going to talk about some health and some mindset, psychology stuff, and fitness, and answer any questions relating to that. But he's just a super knowledgeable guy on everything. I wouldn't say trading. I don't think he does much trading. But anything else, like, he has a ton of life experience, so he's going to have a ton of great perspectives on multiple things. And then the way this ties to your trading is, if right now, I feel like we got 400 people in here, I'd say probably 10% of you are going through something right now where you're not confident in your trades, you're not consistent, you're winning, you're losing, and you're not getting the result you want. And a simple fix might just be, are you confident in yourself? No? Okay, maybe go to the gym, start eating healthy, doing things to boost that confidence, and you're going to see that reflect in the trades. Or maybe you're just a trader who doesn't know anything about being healthy, and you'll learn something on how to be a little healthier and can make a little lifestyle change. So it can really benefit everyone, and it does relate to trading, in my opinion, in terms of discipline, consistency, confidence, stuff like that. Price starting to break down, looking like just the last little bit of the 4 hour. Kind of trying to just make sure it closes bearish. See what's that hourly doing. Yeah, hourly's kind of stuck in this range now. Look at the 30-minute. Kind of just, 15 minutes just going sideways. So I'd say if you caught some sells or you caught some buys, just call it a night. We're going to call it a night in about 6 minutes. But Hetch, I will eventually make a much more in-depth story on my journey. It's still being written, so I think we can get more details in there, and it's just like any other story. It just is what it is, kind of thing. Yep. GA keep tanking. Yeah, wow. GA had some really nice sells. Did UJ play out? Yeah, it might play out. 30-minute doing. Yeah, you could see it fall back down and then form support and go up, or range if this doesn't take it in the next 5 minutes of the 4 hour. So yeah, 4 hour. Yeah, we kind of came into this area, so maybe that's where you're going. But if you see new highs being created still, you're probably going to be pushing up to that target. Oh wow, it did spike down.